Alright guys, here is another video of the Lucent 51001 70 volt 15 watt paging horn. This is a horn speaker I've been having for a year now, and this is actually the second Atlas Sound horn speaker I've ever gotten. And now I kind of figure I might as well I might pass it on to somebody else now. So as mentioned in the last video featuring all the painted horn speakers and the customized ones, I painted this entire thing because I was manipulating the shape of the horn to kind of match the older ones, and the paint started chipping off, so I had to spray paint this entirely now. So I chose the color white to, you know, pretty much match the one seen at Home Depot, you know, and Lowe's. You know, in the garden centers, they tend to spray their horns sometimes. Yeah, this is pretty much what I did with this one. Now, it's in very good shape, of course. It did see use over the first 6 months of last year before I got other horn speakers, but yeah. So, the information charts, of course, this is not original. This is actually a copy of the original information chart. So, it has your tabs there. I had this tapped to the max setting, which is probably quite insane for this, and it's incredibly loud. Now, interesting thing, what I did here is I'm experimenting using capacitors as bass blockers, and these pretty much came from something like this, a table fan, of course. And as you might know, I do a lot of fan videos, therefore I tend to work on a lot of these fans, and some of them I do part them out, so that's where this capacitor came from, and I have it onto this. So pretty much the way this works, I pretty much connected the capacitor to the positive side, and the negative side is just directly connected. Now, another thing, you can actually see the page pack logo even over the paint. Not sure if you can spot it there, but there it is. And another thing, this now has a metal coil on the inside. It used to have a plastic one when I first got it, but yeah, as you see, there's the base. Has a lot of paint on it, and the finish really looks amazing on this. It pretty much matches the table, which I painted not too long ago either. So we're going to play some music, so here we go. Alright, let me lower it down. Yeah, I cannot raise the volume of this thing any further than that, so that means I might have to get one of these volume controls for this.
Shopping for light bulbs just got a whole lot easier with EcoSmart Universal Select, exclusively at the Home Depot. This new lineup of bulbs has 2 innovative switches letting you adjust both wattage and the shade of white. No more guessing. Get it right the first time and save yourself from making multiple trips. Pick up EcoSmart Universal Select bulbs in the lighting and ceiling fan aisle or online. Swap out your existing bulb, switch between 6 unique shades of white, and find the ideal brightness for your space. Set the tone of your home with EcoSmart Universal Select light bulbs. It's that easy. Only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
And as you heard there, the announcement was very clear. Now, Aaron, since I know that your Duking horn has some issues, I might send you a voice coil. That way it can sound just as good as this unit here. That is in case the bass blocker experiment doesn't work. Alright. But yeah, as you heard it does have some decent performance. And of course, at these Home Depot locations, these are even louder than, you know, what they sound here. Because, you know, of course, I don't have a separate volume control. It's just a volume control for that, and apparently that has its limits. But anyways, that'll be it for this video. So that is the Lucent model 51,001 70 volt 50 watt paging horn.